Hello, my name is Austin Zest. Welcome to, well, I'm trying a few different names here for the program. I was thinking now, instead of the Controlled Opposition Network, even though that's kind of funny and comical, but how about the Awakened Pineal Network? So just kind of getting into, people who are awakening in their pineal gland, and they're taking their health seriously, and they're kind of waking up in the world. Or they're already awakened. We're not talking woke, no, but if you are woke and you want to listen to this stuff, that's totally fine as well. So anyway, comment down below whatever you think is best. We'll figure it out. We just got to keep making these videos. Let's get into the news. RFK Jr. I'm so impressed with this guy right now. He declares war on big food and fake ingredients. We have been poisoning ourselves and just blindly trusting this food, and then sometimes there's just no other options. We get potato chips and stuff, and Doritos and all that stuff, and we don't even know that it has really harmful dyes in us, right? It's one thing if you're an adult and all that, but when you're a child, you don't really have a choice. You're kind of at the mercy of that, and a lot of times when you go to the public schools, it's just a bunch of crap, and we're eating that, and our brains are, really growing probably at a slow rate. The food was bad when I was a kid. I can't imagine how it is now. So I'm so here to really support him and just I want to help him in some kind of way. So I know this is a small news channel at the moment, but maybe we can grow this into make it really cool, make it something very neat. So let's kind of get into this. Big soda floods state capitol to stop RFK Jr.'s food revolution. So they're very threatened by him. And anybody who, thinks, oh, they're all in the same club and stuff, I don't think so. I think something is really changing in the government here, and it's really going to take the individuals, you and I, to really start getting out there and do it. Run for mayor. If I ever move back to the United States, guarantee you I'm running for something just because I feel that in myself, not because I need power over people and I want to make a bunch of money. I want to do all that. I want to have money before I even get into that, first off. But I'm just saying, anybody who's awakened and who has a conscience and who wants a little bit better for humanity, you don't have to know all the details on how to do it. You got technology now. You got ChatGPT to be your best advisor now. You can just say, hey, how do I do that? How do I run a good government? How were the other governments run back in the past that ran very well? Give me examples. So you can really be your own. You can run. You can do something. So RFK Jr., he is on a mission, and Big Food is terrified. The West Virginia legislator is about to ban artificial food dyes and harmful additives. That's such big news. And I know also in Tennessee, they're talking about banning those lines in the sky. We won't say exactly what it is, but you know what I'm talking about, the weather control and all that stuff. So that's we really need to get that stopped. Big soda and processed food lobbyists just stormed the Capitol to block the law from passing. So these lobbyists, man, these guys are basically interchangeable. They're in government a lot of times. They leave. They got big jobs after it. It's like they sometimes go back and forth in between government and corporations. It's not good. These people are really ruining our lives, ruining our country. And we can't give them all the credit. We need to take responsibility. So we need to take back responsibility for our own bodies and our own, in the world, in the country that we are in. So, so these synthetic chemicals to keep food addictive and cheap. So this is what it is. They're keeping, have you noticed that it's a lot cheaper to eat really unhealthy? And it's just crazy. It's ridiculous. So this is the shocking truth about your food. Red 40. Yellow 5 and blue 1, ooh, that sounds delicious, are made from petroleum. Okay? That's a red flag right there. You don't want to be drinking petroleum, especially if you're a kid, growing, developing body. Red dye is literally made from crushed insects. I didn't know that. I just found that out right now. Wow. Your food contains hidden toxic chemicals they don't want you to know about. Artificial dyes are linked to ADHD, behavioral disorders, and neurological damage in children. Well, that's so obvious. We see people suffering more than ever. I mean, I had a rough time sometimes, mentally and stuff growing up, depression. I had to leave the country. I had to move to South America, literally. It was that bad, to start eating healthier again and start, changing some things. and that helped a lot. So, but that's sad that you have to go, to a whole other country, in a country that they always say is so dangerous and all that. And it's not perfect, and it's very corruptive stuff. But at least they don't do this. You can buy these types of foods, but you can also very easily buy organic food on the street from people, from vendors. And in the United States, they'll claim that, that's dangerous and all this stuff. They're lying to us. Straight up bullies. They don't care about you. They only care about themselves. That's it. I don't understand that. Why would you get into government? Why would you get into a corporation and all that stuff? It doesn't really make sense. It's some kind of virus, like with the profits and stuff. It's like, money is cool, I'm sure, and all that. Like, money, great. But your soul, and like you have no worries, like when you die, like you're not gonna have to face any kind of consequences in this lifetime. You know what I mean? It's just like, oof. So anyway, the corporate panic is very real right now. The American Beverage Association and big food CEOs are lobbying hard against RFK Jr.'s movement. West Virginia's ban on artificial dyes passed overwhelmingly, but the corporations are pushing the governor to veto it. Well, will he do it or will he not? What kind of pressure tactics do they put on people nowadays, like a governor? You know what I mean? It's like, it sounds like, great, you get into politics and become a governor. It's got to be very difficult, the blackmail and all that stuff. They can use AI now and just like do all kinds of crazy stuff. So, it's not an easy time, I don't think. But then how do you live with yourself if you do it too? If you continue to bend, right? The bill could also set a nationwide precedent. So this is why the food industry is going into full panic mode, because that could be sent. RFK Jr. has issued a warning. It's time for a food revolution. Yes, or America's health will continue to collapse. It's insane. It already has. The food industry's biggest lie: seed oils and toxic processing. On the last videos earlier this week, I talked about seed oils. Check those out. Check out the link right here. Did you know seed oils were originally industrial machine lubricants? So just to kind of recap on that, I know that RFK is fighting against that, and he's starting to really bring this to light. And you're not labeled as crazy anymore. Like it's just amazing. So this is ridiculous. Anyway, the takeaway on this: RFK is exposing what's in your food. The processed food industry is fighting back very hard, meaning he is having an effect, meaning he is doing what he said he was going to do and help make America healthy, and he has a conscience. That's amazing. He was an addict too, by the way. I think he was an H, don't quote me, but I believe he was like struggling with heroin and stuff in his younger days. And he, really turned it around and is using that energy to change. That's another problem. We've got to get rid of the fentanyl in the country. But we need also a replacement when you find a drug that's so good, and then, the replacement, there's no jobs, or the economy's such, there's nobody to marry because everybody's all crazy to each other. It's hard for a man to really find, or woman, to find like stability. And I think addicts need some form of stability and something to look forward to and create and build, and to create a house and all that stuff. It's just like all that stuff's possible. It makes it a lot harder when these types of people are, like the corporations and like who's been running the country for the last, 30 years or something. Like, this is crazy. We need to stop this. This movement could redefine food in America forever. So the other reason they don't want people healthy is not just because, we want to kill people, we want them stuck on our system. They get sick, then they buy our medicine and blah, blah, blah. They also don't want people waking up their pineal gland and, finding out that they're a lot more powerful than what they're telling us. Maybe even finding out that we're not on some just like, whatever. You want to say the Earth's flat or not, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not as they say it. And they like to say it like we are just by ourselves spinning in this crazy, blackness and utter blackness, and the stars are so somehow we never hit anything. You know what I mean? And then we're so far away from anything, and then you're just kind of nothing. You came from slime and you're just crawling. It's like, what a sick thing to teach children, right? Growing up. Like, I'm tired of these people. I really am. I'm not claiming I know the answers to all that, but I'm saying it's not that. We are incredible people, human beings like you, listening are that incredible human being, even if you don't feel that on the inside, because we've been so bogged down by so much pressure and stress and slavery, modern day slavery. It's like, anyway, I just want to tell you that you matter. You do matter, and you can. One person can make a huge difference. You. Maybe you don't want to make a difference, and that's fine. You need to love yourself as you are before you can do anything. If you have some issues going on and all that stuff, it's a lack of self-love a lot of the time, and it's a lack of motivation, and it's quite a few things. But anyway, I just want to tell you that if you're struggling at all. So what do you think? Should we ban artificial dyes and seed oils and really support RFK in his moment here? I'm really in his movement. I really think so. Also, I do want to get into something real good. What's really in your food? So we're breaking down the ingredients of Doritos and Coca-Cola. Did you actually know what's inside your favorite snacks? So we're eating these foods all the time. They taste good at the moment. Afterward, do you ever feel like crap, or do you feel sick? Or are you so used to it that feeling crap is your state of being and you don't even know what it's like to not feel, like to even feel good? You're so far removed from that. I see that. I understand what that's like. I've been through that. Flatline. You feel like your eyes, you don't even know what it's like to feel good anymore. So the ingredients in nacho cheese Doritos: corn, often genetically modified corn, sprayed with glyphosate, a chemical linked to cancer. So that's great. That's your first ingredient. So corn, which is a natural thing, but it's also has all this crap in it that we don't even know what it is anymore. Vegetable oil. Okay, we've gone over that. You know what vegetable oil actually is. It's more like motor oil, and then they originally used as industrial lubricants before rebranding as healthy for human consumption. Rebranded. These oils cause inflammation, obesity, and metabolic disorders. Cheddar cheese. Oh, I'm sure it's just like real cheddar cheese right from the cow, right from the cow's tit, right? And then they mix it. Oh, no. That's like milk, cheese cultures, salt, and enzymes. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, not terrible, but watch out for the processed dairy additives, right? And normal cheese goes bad. So if they're sprinkling that and you can eat it out of a bag, after 2 months or 6 months or a year and the bag's still fine, you got to question it, right? And then whey protein concentrate. So a processed byproduct of cheese making can contain hormones and antibiotic residues. Salt. What kind of salt? I'm always going on about how salt that has fluoride in it and all kinds of other chemicals are not that good for you. The real good salt that I have here in Peru that I get access to is real natural salt from 1,000 years of a salt mine coming out of the mountains. So it doesn't even have microplastics or anything in it. But this type of salt that they're using in Doritos is probably not that. Usually ultra-processed foods contain way too much salt anyway, so it's that bad salt. Monosodium glutamate. So MSG, we all know about that. MSG, a lot of restaurants have that. A neurotoxin. So it's a neurotoxin that tricks your brain into craving more food. So what the heck? That's probably in so much stuff that we consume. So this is what makes Doritos impossible to stop eating. It's a drug. You're literally being drugged. And yet they're arresting people for selling drugs. It doesn't even make sense, really. I mean, I think the drugs are terrible, and you should arrest people for selling heroin to people that are going to kill them and stuff. Although I do think people are adults too, and we gotta take into consideration that maybe that hasn't worked. Arresting everybody and then creating this whole system that you arrest people who sell drugs, they get out, they can't get jobs, blah blah blah. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway, that's basically a drug that you're eating. That's why it's so addictive. Maltodextrin, a highly processed starch that spikes blood sugar even faster than table sugar, linked to gut issues and inflammation. Wow. Artificial flavors. This can be literally any chemical the food industry doesn't want you to disclose. So they can just put anything. And most artificial flavors are derived from petroleum or wood pulp. So they're putting wood pulp. Everybody loves drinking that, or everybody loves eating that. I just love going to the carpenter. I used to be a carpenter, but man, I just couldn't get enough of it. They had to stop me. I had to stop doing carpenter work because I couldn't stop eating the wood pulp. It was so delicious. Come on, man. Dextrose, a processed sugar linked to insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. Citric acid, this stuff's like in everything. So this is a preservative often derived from mold-grown GMO corn. Disodium inositol and disodium guanylate. Sounds delicious. Food enhancers that intensify MSG's addictive effect on your brain. This should really make you angry. You should be not happy right now, what I'm saying, because that means that they do not care about you at all. At all. Anybody who's still supporting this or thinks it's not a big deal, it's a big deal, because we are operating like this, like little percentage, like 10% of what we're capable of. Probably less than that. We are capable of so much more. So imagine if none of this was in your diet. Imagine if we were actually, eating and consuming the good stuff. We were doing good things for ourselves. And the government said, hey, it's recommended that we run every day. We exercise and we meditate. I don't know. I'm not saying the government even needs to tell us that type of stuff, but I'm just saying in general, this is so screwed up and wrong. This should really make you angry. And share this video with people, just so they know. Coca-Cola, sugar, acid, artificial chemicals in a can. So forget the can, the aluminum can. That's a whole nother thing. So it's like, aluminum is not good for you. It causes Alzheimer's, or at least it's a part. Ingredients in Coca-Cola, carbonated water. Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, just water with CO2 gas. No big deal. If it was only that, maybe it would be all right. High fructose corn syrup. We know that. Massive health disaster. Linked to obesity, diabetes, fatty liver disease, cognitive decline, made from GMO corn, blah, blah, blah. Caramel color, class 5 or class 4, created with ammonia and sulfites. Dude, what? I mean, a lot of this stuff I'm finding out as I'm reading this too, by the way, on you. So I'm like, I just am shocked and really didn't know it was this bad. I really didn't. I want to start bringing this to the Peruvian people here too, to really let them know, like, dude, what is this? Phosphoric acid gives Coke its tangy taste. Well, Coke is good, it's delicious, but leaches calcium from your bones and damages teeth enamel. Okay, so your teeth are getting screwed up. Okay, here's the whole fluoride debate, right? Anybody who tells me, oh, well, the government, they care about, that's why they put fluoride in the water in their toothpaste. Really? So do you think they really care? Why are they so obsessed and focused about you not having to go to the dentist as much and getting cavities? What? They care about you and that? Yeah, it's totally okay, though, to have this freaking ammonia and sulfates. Okay? And then phosphoric acid leaches calcium from your bones and damages teeth. Why isn't this their number one priority? Who cares how you brush your teeth, whether you're using freaking water and salt? Why are they putting a chemical in your teeth supposedly to help your teeth? This is a huge contradiction. Wake up. I know there's people who are listening who are probably already awake, but please send this to people who do not understand this. We need to all get together and start to understand what is really going on here. I think the world's ready now for this. Because if not, we're going to keep continuing the same crappy world that it's been. Let's not pass this type of world on to, anybody. Natural flavor, so a mystery chemical cocktail. This could be anything, including additives banned in other countries. So, like, other countries don't even accept this stuff. Caffeine, stimulates the brain, but is also used to make soda more addictive. Aspartame, so that's only in the Diet Coke, only a highly controversial artificial sweetener linked to neurological damage, mood disorders, and gut issues. So what's the verdict here? Coca-Cola is a chemical-laced sugar bomb designed for maximum addiction and long-term health consequences. We need to stop this stuff. What you need to know about processed food. So hidden ingredients, these are the things that, forget what's like hidden. You need to be freaked out about the stuff that's just right there, right in front of us. But whatever, there's hidden ingredients in there there's probably worse stuff. I can't imagine what could even be worse than what's already in there, but apparently there is. Artificial dyes, so red 40, yellow 5, that are made from petroleum and linked to hyperactivity and cancer. MSG and flavor enhancers trick your brain into eating more, keeping you hooked. Okay, high fructose corn syrup leads to fatty liver disease and insulin resistance. Many preservatives come from coal tar, mold, and even crushed insects. What are they doing to us? What are they doing to us? If you have kids, we need to fight this This is where RFK, we have somebody now in power, RFK Jr., who gives an F about this. He cares that he does not want to pass this world on without a fight. We need to help him and join him in this fight. So what can you do in the immediate right now? If you don't want to do the whole crazy fight, right? If you're too busy and you just can't handle it, I get it, believe me. Start reading labels. If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. Well, you might be left with very little options nowadays, but that's just one thing you can do. Ditch those seed oils, at least coconut oil, beef tallow, olive oil, or butter. I mean, butter is not bad to cook with. That's what they say, like really. Eat real, whole foods. The closer to nature, the better. Support leaders like RFK Jr. who are fighting back against big food and processed garbage because it's not food. They are probably literally using garbage at this point and burning it and feeding it back to us. I would not be surprised. This needs to anger you, and really we need to hold this. We need to end this now. So please subscribe, share this video to wake people up. What do you think about these ingredients? Comment down below. If you have any other suggestions, I'd love to see your suggestions on here for more episodes in this kind of way. So if this is interesting to you, subscribe, like, and my name is Austin, and I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.